There you go. Take it easy.
All right, good evening, cricket fans. Welcome inside the inland cricket ground. I'm standing with the two captains from the Calgary Stallions, Ketan Sharma, and from the Glenmore Knights, and Saad. And we have umpire Neeraj here, who will conduct the toss. We'll go with Captain Ketan Sharma with the toss.
That's his call.
Heads is a call.
Just got it. You want the toss, let him bat first.
So the Calgary Stallions won the toss in the middle and decided to.
Give the bat first.
So Calgary Stallions won the toss and decided to bat first. We'll have the innings coming up shortly, live from the inland cricket ground.
See your players at 57, yeah?
You go.
Good evening, here from the inland grounds. It's game night. T20 Elite Group game between Glenmore Knights and Calgary Stallions. The news from the center is that Calgary Stallions won the toss and they elected to bat first. Some rain forecasted. There's a little bit of rain in the air, not much. The sun is peeped through the clouds for a moment here. Our scorers are getting ready. Meanwhile, umpires having discussion with Glenmore Knight players, and looks like Amir Hamza is going to start the proceedings. From the Royal Vista end, Saad marshalling his troops. Both these teams have played 2 games each in this tournament so far, and both the teams have lost both the matches. So important game for both the sides here. I'm sure both the sides will be itching to get some points on the points table. Saad has positioned himself in the slip. 19 degrees. See a little bit of wind, a little bit of precipitation in the air. Hope Amir Hamza's hope will be that he would get some swing. This is the first ball of the game. Came in a little bit of swing there for Amir, driven to the cover, straight to the fielder. Begins with a dot ball. It's taking a little bit of time to get the scorers going here. Meantime, Amir bowls this one wide outside the off stump, looking for that swing, bowling it a little bit wider, hoping the ball would jack back, but didn't get any swing on this one. Amir. Wide signal by the umpire. That opens the account for the Calgary Stallions. Now Shan is facing Amir Hamza. Appeal for LBW. Nothing doing, says the umpire. Kamarpal Singh and Naushan, the 2 openers for Calgary Stallions. Short third man, a slip, a point, short cover, extra cover, long on and long off, mid off and long on, and cow corner as the field set by Saad for Amir. This one hit towards the mid-wicket area. The first runs of the bat, Yugam fields and throws the ball back to wicketkeeper Aniket. Six-3 field. 6 on the off, 3 on the on. It's a little bit surprising for me because Amir has a big in swinger. So, with the ball swinging in, it's more likely the ball is going to go on the onside unless the ball is bowling outside the off stump. This one swung away. Wide ball. I'm sure umpire will signal a wide and they take a run as well. So those will be 2 wides. Needs to get a little bit of control on those deliveries. He can swing the ball. And with the overcast conditions, he would be able to get the swing, but it's about the control that he would be looking to get on the swing. 5 for no loss. Calgary Stallions. This one swung the other way and has been flicked away off his toes. It's a heavy outfield because of the rains for past couple of days. The keeper has to run all the way to fine leg boundary. Collects the ball, couple of runs there. That's what I meant when I was talking about 6-3 field. Most of his balls jag back. Obviously, the captain of the bowler has a plan. This one straight past the bowler. Should have been stopped there. Results in another single. End of the first over, 8 from it. Kamarpal batting on 4. And now Sean on 1 from 3 balls. It's been raining for the last few days here in Calgary. As the Stallions team, Calgary Stallions, Naushan Singh, Kamarpal Singh, Damanpreet Singh, Sarath Kumar, Rahul Dandian, Karthik Dhaneshwari, Varun Dugal, Shalin Patel, Ketan Sharma, Tehzeeb Bulla and Manpreet Gill. That's the 11 for Calgary Stallions. And Glenmore Knights, Salik Shah, Sanjay Nair, Aniket Desai, Yogam, Saad Khan the captain, Daniel Paul, Faisal Mahmood, Amir Hamza, Hamza Javed, Siddhant Raina and Balraj Gill. It would be Balraj from the Stony Trail end. He's a bit quicker than Amir Hamza. Straight away you can see the slip is a little bit deeper. Driven through the covers. Should be a couple of runs here for Naushan. Full outside the off stump. Was taken on full by Naushan. Good looking stroke there. He'd be happy to feel the ball in the center of his bat. This one appeal for LBW just about outside the off stump, I think. This one swung a little bit. Both the bowlers trying to make use of conditions, which is good thinking, really. I think the execution needs to be a little bit better from both ends. Is Balraj once again. This one has been driven uppishly though, but should cross the boundary. It does, and that's the first boundary. Siddhant gets around from the long off position and gets the ball back into the field of play. First boundary here from the bat of Kamarpal. Moves up to 10. 14 for no loss. May need a little bit of amendment in the length that Balraj is bowling. This one again sliced over the point. Boundary. We'll have to wait and watch if no ball is stopped. Sanjay Nair makes a dash from point and gets the ball back into Aniket's glove. Not before Kamarpal picks up another couple. Takes the score to 16 for none. It's the kind of start that Calgary Stallions would have been hoping for after winning the toss. Driven once again. Should be another couple. Quick running. I think the ball was fielded by Faisal Mahmood, who is patrolling the sweeper cover now. Long off and sweeper cover. Two fielders outside the 30-yard circle for Balraj Gill. Hasn't been able to make the impression that he would have hoped for, Balraj. This one again sliced and sliced hard. Should be one. Faisal fields at the cover, sweeper cover boundary. Still a little bit of width. He's been bowling a little bit wider, widish. Just a ball or two really attacking the stumps. Two done here. And Calgary Stallions 19 for none. This telecast is being brought to you by 22-Yard Network. Please subscribe as we connect you to cricket in Calgary. Lots coming in this season. Smash and grab is around the corner. 22 Yards Network is committed to bring you that action from the grounds. It's going to be an exciting tournament. It's one of the marquee tournaments in Canada. The Smash and Grab, organized by Calgary and District Cricket League. It's one of the oldest cricketing bodies in Canada. This one full pitched, straight driven to mid-off. Quick single taken there. C&DCL is about 118 years old cricketing body. And C&DCL is organizing the smash and grab as Hamza bowls again wide outside the off stump. A wide given. A little bit quicker this time, Amir. Putting in some effort, but losing the control on the line. Trying a little bit harder than this one. Swung away a little bit. This is close call. This is a close call. Amir Hamza not happy with that call. Well, the line belongs to the umpire, though. Could have gone either ways. This call swung a little bit. Needs to bowl a little bit tighter line here, Amir. Not think too much about the swing now. It's the third over. This one outside the off stump. Wanted to drive, gets in thickish outside edge, and the point fields it. A dot ball. This one upish, over the fielder. Should be another boundary. 4 given. Good shot there. It was uppish, but the ball was full. It was in the slot. And Naushan making full use of that ball. That's poor bowling from Amir. This one picked up. Should be first maximum. It is. First 6 here from Naushan. Beautiful stroke. Effortless to say the least. Amir needs to change his length here. He is looking for the swing. He's pitching it up. He's erred on the fuller side of the length here. So far, it's been expensive. 21 of his spell so far. He's bowled 1.4 overs. And this over particularly has been expensive. Wayward and foolish length. Naushan cashing in. Ball is being searched in the heavily grassed area. We thank the sponsors as well for helping us with the tournament. Sherborne, OP Lawyers, and Power Physiotherapy and Massage. This telecast is brought to you by 22 Yard Network. Your commentator today is Sandeep Raina, and my colleague here, Anand, is the cameraman. This one smashed, shorter length this time, and gets a single. Anand, what do you think of the proceedings so far?
You know, I think Calgary Stallions, especially winning the toss, has taken the right decision. I think them choosing to bat first, they're finding the balls, able to tackle Amir, so I think a good start for them so far.
A rare dot there from Amir. 33 for no loss. 3 overs gone here. You've been covering the games, Anand. What do you think is a good score here at the inland grounds?
I think about if we can reach that 150 mark, 140, 150 mark, I think that's a good par score here at inland cricket grounds. We've seen teams hit as high as 206. So I think between, if you can get around 140, 150, I think you should be in good hands.
The grounds are heavy because of the rain. Do you think that will affect the score here?
Yeah, the outfield looks a little slower than usual. So maybe perhaps batters have to drive it a little hard.
This one has been picked up meanwhile by Kamarpal. Another maximum here. That's really poor bowling from Glenmore Knights. They are feeding the batsman here in the areas where the batsman would want. That was right in the slot, picked up handsomely by Naushan, who has quickly moved up to 18 from 8 deliveries. What do you think of the bowling so far from Glenmore Knights, Anand?
I think they haven't focused on what they need to do, those straighter deliveries, those in-swinging deliveries. So they need to change up their plan coming up because Naushan looks to be dangerous.
Left alone there from Naushan. This one moved away after pitching. Was a better length, just in that corridor of uncertainty. Not sure of the need of the slip at the moment. But Saad is an aggressive captain. He wants wickets. This one full toss and hit away towards mid-wicket boundary. Two fielders converging will be able to get the ball back because of the heavy outfield. The ball stopped. Bukamer takes another couple. Excellent score so far, 41 for no loss in the fourth over. Saad needs to think how he wants to manage his balls. This one hits, should be just one bounce. That one hit on the up with a flat bat. Didn't get the sweet spot, otherwise could have been curtains for Kamar. They're looking to score here, Calgary Stallions. The good thing is they have been going for it, and there's no half-hearted effort in the batting that has been seen at this one. Good one, that's a better ball. That's what Glenmore Knight bowlers need to do. They have been wayward, their length has been full, they have been searching for that swing, which is not there anymore. They've focused heavily on getting that swing in first couple of overs from both sides, but Gill is making some amends in this over. This one driven, was pitched up again handsomely over the extra cover. The ball crosses the fence. Another expensive over. It's made the amends for a couple of deliveries there, Balraj. Consistency lacking in the effort so far. In my word, Calgary Stallions would be mighty happy with the proceedings so far. They quickly moved up to 46 here at the end of fourth over. Look on a course for a big score here. I think we're seeing a bowling change. As I was talking about, Saad needs to think about what he wants to do with rotation of his bowlers. Hamza Javed is going to take over from Amir Hamza. A longish run up. He's the quickest, one of the quickest in Glenmore Knights. A little bit back of length. Cover struggling to time it. The idea was right, but the execution lacked perfection. Naushan on 22 and Kamarpal on strike now on 20. There's Hamza. This one just over the square leg. Couple of runs there. Not expecting to bounce as much. Got the top end of the bat. That's a better field. With 47 in 4 overs. He's forced to take out the slips. Saad here. As Hamza. Javed running away from us. Bowls to Kamarpal. Wide down the leg. You might see introduction of Faisal pretty soon here. He can bowl a little bit tighter lines, Faisal. It's 50 from 26 balls. Partnership. They have been mighty impressive, both of them. This one again, back of the length. Pitch has a good bounce. Hamza so far has been on the money in terms of the length. Might want to get a little bit tighter on the line. That's an excellent delivery. Oh my word, how did he survive? Again, the bounce helping the batsman there. Otherwise, he was gone for all his money. That ball came in sharply. Knights have to believe that they can get things back into their control. This one again played straight to the hands of fielder. A wild throw there from Sanjay Nair, not required. Lucky that Saad was covering. They don't need to do anything silly here. Glenmore Knights are in a bit of pickle here. With 50 on the scoreboard from 4.4 overs. Calgary Stallions have been excellent so far in their approach. This one foolish, driven. Straight to Saad at short mid-wicket. End of a good over there from Hamza. It's exactly what the captain would have hoped from him. A little bit of ebb in the flow of the runs in that over. Just 4. Yes, we are seeing Faisal Mahmood taking his run up. It's a double change here in the bowling. He's been in good bowling form here in this season. Faisal, one of the successful bowlers for Glenmore Knights this season so far. (102 wickets in his 71 matches. Look at that economy rate. That's 5.78 in T20s. That's much more than acceptable economy. Faisal bowls the first one, wide-ish down the leg side. Now Shan lets it go. He can be a difficult customer to get away. Faisal, his balls skid. This one, there's appeal for a little bit of loop. I think it was pitching outside the leg. Leg pie given. Fair bit of extras here. And the score so far, 52 for none. This one has been picked up. Lands just inside the boundary line. Or in fact, it's just landed over the boundary line, as the fielder is suggesting there. Not a controlled shot, but Kumar will take it. He wanted to hit it over mid-wicket, but the ball ended up going into the fine leg area. Nonetheless, a maximum. This one is hit again towards the fine leg area. Hamza gives up the chase. Is the boundary. That's well played there from Kumar. Faisal so far has been bowling the leg side line, is getting punished for that. A 6 and a boundary to follow. Kumar Pal moves to 32. This one foolish outside the off stump. Late on the stroke there. Kumar Pal. Getting a little warmer here now in Calgary. It was a little bit cooler a while ago. Couple of degrees bump in the temperature as Faisal comes in once more. This one has been picked up handsomely over the fine leg boundary for a maximum. That is some batting, I can tell you. Faisal cannot believe what he's seeing. That is magnificent hitting. Short of a class batsman. .68 for none. And Glenmore Knights is being taken for a ride here. Last ball of the over, expensive start here for Faisal. This one foolish, has been driven towards mid-wicket area. Should be another couple. End of an expensive start from Faisal. 19 from it. Cover moves quickly up to 40. And Noshan is batting on 22. End of the power play. 70 for none. That's a great score in the power play, one has to say. Saad needs to get things under control here. Both the batsmen have been playing very well against the Pacers. Maybe we would see introduction of spin from the other end. For now it is Hamza Javed who's going to continue the operations from the Royal Vista end. Danny Paul is fielding at long on. He's one of the spinners in the team. Salik is fielding at mid-off. Faisal is at cover point. Saad is at short cover. Sorry, Faisal is at extra cover. Saad short cover. Sanjay Nair at backward point. Full one, driven again between the gap. Should be a couple. Yugam is the another spinner. Danny bowls slow through the air, well as Yugam is a little bit quicker through the air. .72 for no loss. This is now Shan. Gets hit on the pad, going down the leg. No appeal from anybody in the field. Hamza so far has been the pick of the bowlers for Glenmore Knights. Everybody else has gone for plenty. This one hit towards the extra cover boundary. Faisal gives the chase. Couple of runs there. Not sure what was that. He tried a slower one. I think the ball didn't come out of the hand. Probably wide given. There's Hamza running away from us. Couple of steals out. That should be the first wicket. Faisal Mahmood is getting under the ball and he takes a comfortable catch. It was a slower one. Now Shan not timing the ball there. First wicket, there was a good catch. Never easy, those high catches, particularly when there's a little bit of wind. It's a fantastic opening stand there, which has been broken by Hamza Javed. You can see Glenmore Knights team in a huddle. Saad talking to his troops. I'm sure he's telling them one brings two. It's funny, this game of cricket. Calgary Stallions would be looking to consolidate from here. They're in a wonderful position as of now. The opening stand putting them on a pedestal. They would be looking to make the most of this opening partnership. This Damanpreet Singh is an experienced campaigner. He's got more than 3,000 runs to his name. And Hamza Javed is on top of his bowling mark. Long 18-step run up. And before those 18 steps, he walks a few. Short one outside, there's a catch appeal and he is given him. That was quick. Surprised the batsman there. The batsman kind of indicating to the umpire that it hit his forearm and not the glove. There's no DRS here. The decision stands. That was really good thinking there from Hamza. Banging it shot. Aniket doing the honors behind the stumps, taking a well-judged catch. Damanpreet goes for a duck. 75 for 2. A lot of sayings in cricket, and one of them comes true. Saying one brings two. Two wickets in this over for Hamza Javed. 75 for 2 now, end of 7 overs. And as I suggested a short while ago, you can see Danny Paul taking the ball. That's the introduction of spin in the right end for Danny. Longish boundaries. That's good captaincy from Saad. $131 wickets at an economy of less than 6. Daniel Paul, nicknamed Danny, will be bowling to Sarath Kumar, who is the new batsman in. Slow outside the off stump, watches the ball, lets it go. The keeper does the rest. And dot to start with from Danny. Right arm over the stumps, bowls his leggies closer to the stump. Cut. Takes an edge and falls just short of Hamza Javed. Change in fielding position. Saad gets into the slip and Hamza comes to short mid-wicket. Excuse me. Flighted, takes it on the full. Amir gets his hand on time. Cannot prevent the single, a direct hit. But Sarath had made his ground. And what do you think that Stallions would be looking for? What kind of total here?
I think I'll go back to my same total that I mentioned at the beginning, maybe around 140, 150 is right now the ideal target. But since they're going about 10 runs per over now, I think even 200 is possible.
Missed that ball completely. I think with this kind of start, if the Calgary Stallions don't get to 170-ish, they will be disappointed. Shot and cut straight to the point. Fielder Salik fields. Good over so far. He'd be looking to finish this over on a high. Daniel. One last time in the over. Slow one hit in the air through the vacant area in between the point and the cover. Takes a single end of a good over here from Daniel. Good start. Hamza appreciates that. So does Aniket, the keeper. Anything less than 170 from here, I'm sure Calgary Stallions would be not happy with that, but we'll wait and watch how far they go from here. Sarath now facing Hamza. Javed. Short one banged outside the off stump. Moved away from the batsman after pitching. It's typical fast bowler. He got a wicket on the short one in the previous over. He's buoyed. And followed the last over short one, another short one outside the off stump, but the direction here was not as great. This one full pitched outside the off stump, changing the length there. That's good bowling. You can see a little bit of spring in his step now after he took 2 wickets in his last over. Hamza Javed. Should be a wide here. It is. Went above the head. I think Hamza needs to be a little mindful of what he wants to execute here. Trying to keep the batsman true. This one is slow one again. That's good. Come back there from Hamza. Was on target. Full pitch, driven handsomely by Sarath. I think Danny might have got a little bit of hand to that. Now Faisal fields the ball just inside the boundary line. Sarath moves on to 3 with that double. Guess he'll put another short one, back of the length, trying to cut that, misses completely, a little bit wideish outside the off stump. Put in a bit of shoulder here. Hamza. And Kamarpal has been on the other side of the action for some time now. This one has been hit towards the cow corner area. Saad is coming across the long on boundary. Heavy outfield helps him to get the ball back. Couple of runs. That was a slower one, picked up very well by Sarath. Another couple of runs. Calgary Stallions move to 83. The last ball of the 9th over coming up. That's a good ball and well played there. Attacking the stumps there, Hamza. End of the 9th over. Kamarpal has been off strike for some time. More often than not, we see that sometimes disturbs the flow of the batsman. Hamza bowling 3 overs of the trot there. I think Saad maybe would keep his 1 over for later. We might see Yugam coming into the attack from the other end after this over. We'll wait and watch. 10th over of the innings in progression here at the inland ground. Daniel bowling from the Stony Trail end. Full toss driven towards the long off boundary. Picked up by Sid. Strong throw there from the deep. Sanjay is at the cow corner boundary. This one should be caught. Oh, it's a drop. Saad moving towards his left. Was a little bit away, but should have been taken. How to say that was a valiant attempt, but he got both hands to it. He held it for the most part of it, but then spilled it in the end. He would be disappointed with himself. Saad is a safe pair of hands he has. Full toss driven, that should have been taken, and there's a chance of a run out that has been missed here. That is poor fielding. Right after dropping the catch, a missed run out chance. Sarath was gone for all his money there. He was almost near the non-striker. This one full outside the off stump, gets the outside edge. Yugam quick on it, pounces on it and throws direct into the stumps. It's good fielding. That's what the captain wants to see. Two chances going with begging. Slow one, foolish, flighted, driven, straight to Amir Hamza. It's a little bit confusing because Amir is wearing a jacket which is 33 number that is driven uppishly. Let's see if Sid is able to cut that. The ball stops on its own as the outfield is heavy. Wow, that's some poor coordination between the batsmen. Yes, no, yes, no. Sid has a strong arm. He's got strong shoulders. Got the ball quickly back into the bowler's hand. Lucky there, Stallions did not lose another wicket. We approached the half of the innings, 87 for 2. Some sort of semblance here returning to the proceedings. Calgary Stallions were 75 in the 7th over, 17-6. So post power play, they have only given 17 of the next 4, courtesy some fine bowling display by Hamza Javed, and Daniel has been on the money as well. Faisal getting back into the attack, so no Yugam yet. I would have imagined Yugam taking the ball, but Saad not wanting to go with double spin attack. Wide, starts with the wide, outside the leg, well collected there by the keeper Aniket. $88 for 2. This one is up in the air, should be a catch for Saad, and he takes it. That's the first wicket there for Faisal Mahmood. Was pitched up, a little bit variance in the pace, caught Sarath off guard, didn't time it well, went up in the air, and Saad holding on to it at the long on boundary. That's the 3rd wicket down here for Calgary Stallions. Losing their way a little bit here after that fantastic start from Naushan and Karan Pal. Back into the huddle, Glenmore Knights. So Faisal picks up a wicket here on the second ball of his over after bowling a wide. Manpreet. That's a better length, better line. Watchful Manpreet. Lot will depend upon Kamarpal from here. Anand, he's been the top scorer for Calgary Stallions so far. Not out 44. Full toss, driven, very well fielded by Hamza. There's a bit of rain in the air now. You can see some droplets. Let's hope the game carries on. Came in after pitching. Well played there by the batsman, gets behind the ball. Didn't expect it to come so quickly, but did well in the end to keep the ball away from the stumps. A good comeback from Faisal after that pounding he got in the first over from Kamarpal. Outside the off stump, foolish. Not getting hold of that drive. But Manpreet opens his account with a single. The score moves up to 89 for the loss of 3 wickets. All the 3 wickets so far have come from the Pacers. Faisal has picked up 1 and Hamza Javed has picked up 2. You can see on the right hand corner of your screens, the forecast is thunderstorms and rain. This one quick, driven, was full, but Kamar got behind the ball, drove it handsomely towards the long off, where he picks up a single. Moves to 45. After the end of 11 overs, 90 for 3, as Daniel is getting ready to bowl his second over. Kamarpal drives it all along the ground towards Sweepakawa. Salik fields and gets the ball back to Daniel's hands. This one has been hit towards the long on boundary. Fielded there by Hamza Javed. Get another single. Ran the first one hard. But Sanjay Nair, who's fielding at the sweeper cover, was quick to recover the ball, restricting the batsman to a single. Manpreet is tall and well built. Up in the air. Oh, that's a good attempt there, but drops the ball, drops the catch. Should have been taken. The fielder there, I think, is Sid. Was away from him, but was catchable for sure. I would count that as a drop. He had a fair bit of distance to cover though. This one hit again up in the air. Let's see if Sanjay gets a hand to it. No. It's in between the two fielders. Manpreet trying to get some pace back into the innings. The last 6 overs, only 27 have come. 5.5 overs, only 27 have come. Realizing the need to accelerate here. Close the stumps, flighted one. Again in the air, again in the gap. Oh yes, this time it's been picked up. It's a good catch there. Again, I think Saad has picked up the catch. Yes, that is Saad Khan. And Manpreet, who was dropped by Sid, didn't last long. 4th wicket down here, 97 for 4. Skipper having a word with Sid about that catch. First wicket here for Danny. End of the over, I think. Yeah, 12 gone. Faisal Mahmood is going to continue the spell. Picked up a wicket last over and Jay gave just 3 runs. Sure, he's put the thought of the first over pounding that he got from Kanwar Pal behind him. And Kanwar is going to face him once more. Kanwar Pal 47 from 32. But Raj is fielding on the cow corner boundary. Saad on long on, Salik on long off. Hamza Javed is at extra cover. This one pitched back of the length, guided towards the short third man by Kanwar Pal. Picks up another single, takes the score to 98. Saad would be happy with the comeback that they have managed so far. Would be hoping to pick up some more wickets and restrict Calgary Stallions, and on the other hand, the Stallions would be hoping to get close to 160, 170 from here. It was a quickish delivery. Full. Just a little bit outside the off stump. Driven by Ketan. Ketan can hit a long ball. He's tall. Outside the off stump, wide. That's well fielded there. Must have dropped a little bit short. There was a full length dive there from Amir Hamza. That's well fielded. Cover taking the guard again from umpire. Too short of his well-deserved 50. Outside the off stump, moves away after pitching wide. Signaled by the umpire, and rightly so. It's got murky here. It's a bit humid. Overcast. Beautiful shot picked up. High and handsome. That is 50 for Kanwar Pal. And what a way to bring it up. That had the mark of Surya Kumar Yadav on it. That shot was a very, very pretty shot. Very sweetly timed. Minimal effort. Maximum damage. Quick run here. Direct throw would have been gone, but they will get another. Or Ketan sends him back. There was another, but Ketan was not ready. Those kind of shots, when you watch those kind of shots, it's poetry in motion. Faisal, quicker one, misses it completely. End of his third over. 1 for 32 so far. .22 Yards Network bringing you this telecast live from the inland cricket grounds, one of the pretty grounds here in Calgary. In between the overs, Kanwar replaces his helmet with a cap as spinner Danny Paul is going to begin his fourth over. Driven towards the sweeper cover. Sanjay fields another single, takes Kanwar Pal to 56 and gets Ketan on to strike. 108 now. They keep their wickets in hand. We could see 175, 180. Daniel bowling the last over of his spell. 4 balls left in his spell. A little bit quicker. Walks down Ketan. Plays the ball directly towards Amir Hamza. It's donning a 33 number jacket. That number is Hamza Javed's number on the jersey. Daniel flights it up, driven towards the bowler. Daniel fields on his follow through. No addition to the score. 3 dots now. Ketan would be itching here. Gets a single towards the point fielder. Last ball is spell. Kanwar Pal might want to see him off. Yes, handsomely drives. Nothing silly. He knows that he has been the pick of the bowlers for Glenmore Knights along with Hamza Javed, not wanting to risk it, particularly knowing that they lost their way a little bit from 75 for none to 100 for 4 or 97 for 4. Building the innings here. As the scorecard so far, both the opening bowlers expensive, going for 11 and 12 each over. Hamza Javed 2 for 15 of his 3. Daniel Paul 1 for 16 in his 4. Faisal Mahmood 1 for 32. As we see change in bowling, we see Yugam replacing Faisal Mahmood. And Kanwar might like his pace a little bit. He's a little bit quicker through the air. Doesn't give too much flight. There's a sharp cricketing mind, Yugam. His bowling coming around the stumps to start with. This one hit towards the square leg boundary. Doesn't take a single. That's strange. There was a lot of time for a single there. Not sure why he didn't take the single, but the fielding side would be happy. Rocks back on his back foot. That's good. Ball. Yugam fancying going round the stumps from the start. Pulls it wider of the crease, and this one has been dispatched over the long on boundary for a maximum. That was an effortless shot, and Kanwar using the pace of that ball didn't really break a sweat to play that shot. Moves to 63 of 40 balls, takes Calgary Stallions to 116 for 4. This one pitched up, slightly flied it, placed it towards the cover where Danny fields, but there's enough time for Kanwar to pick up another single. Driven between the two fielders. Danny has got some running to do to get the ball back. Placed it pretty well there, Ketan. Yugam Gautam. Refuses a single on the last delivery. 15 overs gone, 5 to go. 119 for 4. What do you think of Kanwar not taking that single? He's done it a couple of times, Anand.
I don't know, maybe he is trusting his captain Ketan Sharma to get back on strike and knock some deliveries, or maybe Kanwar is a bit tired after, because he's been there since the start. He's been carrying the innings for the Calgary Lions.
But he's not taking. He's not letting Ketan take the strike. Ketan hit that ball towards mid-off. I know you are busy on the screen, but Ketan hit the ball towards cow corner boundary, and he refused a single.
Interesting.
Balraj getting back in the account. Obviously, Kanwar has some plan. Let's see if he can execute that plan. He wants the strike. This can be a good thing and can be a bad thing. Depends on how he goes from here. Only time will tell. Hit towards the long off fielder who misfields. Allows Cover to take a couple. He's going to throw a kitchen sink at everything. That's the feel that I get from here. Looking at the body language from Cover. He knows that he has refused singles twice. Can put some unwanted pressure on the batsman. And this one smashed towards deep cover. A single only this time. .4 overs left in this innings for Calgary Stallions as Balraj pulls the next one, driven towards the long off fielder. Sid picks up. Cover inquiring how many balls left in the over. 3 to go, sir, says the umpire. Balraj Gill hit towards the cow corner between the long on and the cow corner fielder. It's another couple. 125 for 4. Ketan has been on the slower side. He's managed only 5 runs from his 10. Wide outside the off stump, an appeal for caught behind. Wide, says the umpire. Balraj may want to test Cover with a short one. Well-directed short one. But goes the other way. Foolish, straight to the field at extra cover. Prevents any more addition to the score, and score remains at 126 for 4. 4 overs and a ball remaining in Calgary Stallions innings. This is picked up and should be a single. Cover would be happy with that single. He moves up to 70. Good knock so far. Keep an eye on this tournament, ladies and gents, boys and girls, smash and grab. Coming soon to your town, Calgary, organized by C&DCL. It would be brought live by 22 Yards Network. A team of excellent commentators and technicians. Amir Hamza comes back into the attack. It's been expensive, but let's see if he makes some amends here. Slow one to start with, wide outside the leg stump. Not given, probably went over the stumps. Got beaten for pace there. Can see some sense of urgency. That should be wide, is wide. I don't know if that refusing 2 singles to Ketan is playing on Kamarpal's mind. He's trying to hit the ball hard. He's going hard at the ball. This one mistimed again. Should be able to come for 2 though. The ball went into the vacant mid-wicket area. Faisal comes in from cow corner. It's another couple. Kamarpal, 72. Might be better off focusing on the timing as well. He's going hard at the balls. He's played fantastic knock so far. This one hits high up in the bat, but no damage done. The ball lands short. There should be a 2 there. Yes, they complete the second one. Had the throw being direct on the stumps, he would have gone for sure. Ketan wanting to give strike to Kamarpal as much as possible. Running hard, the first one hard. That is an appeal for caught behind, but the ball is given as a wide, rightly so. This one timed well, but should be only a single. Saad fields at long on boundary. He had to move towards his left. Driven towards extra cover. Another single. 8 runs of the over so far. Ketan might want to get on with things here. He's not been able to get on, which has put a little bit of pressure on Kamarpal. This one mistimed again. That's good bowling there. Good ball to finish the over. Kamarpal walking to complete his 76th run. End of the over. 3 more to go. The completion of this innings. Balraj is going to bowl his final over. Hamza Javed has got 1. Balraj has got 1. I think Faisal Mahmood has got 1. I think that will be the bowl. Those will be the bowlers that Saad might use. Although this one has been picked up, should be a catch. Hamza Javed is a safe fielder. He picks him up. It's end of a brilliant innings from Kamarpal. He was getting fidgety. Won't be wrong to say he felt the pressure of scoring quick runs. Ketan, on the other hand, has not been able to keep the pace of the innings. And Cover took upon himself. He was the set batsman. Wanted to keep the strike as well. The idea was right, but the execution of the shot was the issue. The ball ballooned up straight into the hands of Hamza Javed, who is fielding at short third man. End of a brilliant innings from Kamarpal. 76. That's the 5th wicket. And Calgary Stallions have lost. Brings in the new batsman in Shalin Patel. 136 for 5. A little bit of sunshine breaking again through the clouds. Full name! That was a full toss. He missed a full toss there. Was quick. And Shalin missed the ball completely. And the ball disturbs his furniture. Sixth wicket down for Calgary Stallions now. Balraj picks up his second wicket. It was a high full tossish ball. Missed the line completely. And that was enough. Got a bit beaten for pace as well, I guess. Balraj is on a hat-trick. Saad realizing that, getting a slip into the position. Hit towards the point boundary. Should be a boundary. It is a boundary. 140 for 6. 18th over in progress. Have to say that the Knights have pulled back things. Stallions were 70 in their power play, 70 for none. So another 11.3 overs have resulted only in 70 runs. Largely courtesy to Daniel. That's a good ball. Again, Tehzeeb playing it towards the bowler. Daniel and Hamza Javed brought Glenmore Knights back into the game. Driven towards mid-off, where Sid stops, no run. .140 for 6. Balraj has chipped in with 2 important wickets in this over. Kamar Pal and Shalin Patel. It's a wonderful over, successful. 2 wickets and only 4 runs. And Amir Hamza is going to bowl the next over, the 19th of the innings. Two overs remaining in this innings. Amir Hamza bowling from the same end where he started from. Full toss driven straight past the bowler, should be a single. Ketan is not able to get the ball towards the boundary. Not able to place the ball, not able to get over the fence. He looks cross with himself, Ketan. Tehzeeb wanted to pick that up, appeal for LBW, but clearly the ball was going down the leg stump. Leg by signal. I'm sure Calgary Stallions are a bit disappointed with where they find themselves at the moment. Should be another couple of runs here. Nobody apart from Kaurpal really able to make any impression. Naushan did a bit in that opening stand, but apart from that, didn't see much from any of the batsmen, as the next one has been head up and Ketan finally gets hold of one. That's the maximum. That will bring relief, some relief to Ketan. Beautiful pickup shot. With that shot, Calgary Stallions get to 150 for 6. Would be looking for 165, 170 here. Next one again driven down forcefully towards the long off fielder by Ketan. Can manage only a single. And one more ball for Amir. Outside the off stump, misses. End of the over for Amir. 19 gone. It's been on expensive side of things today, Amir Hamza. He was the most successful bowler for Glenmore Knights in the previous season. Picked up the award for most successful bowler of the league. In 2025 season. Has not been the best of seasons for him personally, Amir Hamza. The 2026 one. That's why we say that the game is a great leveler. Hamza Javed is going to bowl the final over of the innings. Ketan leaves that alone. A wide ball. Not sure if that ball didn't come out of the hand of Hamza. It was a pretty wild delivery, and he's bowling round the stumps. Just wants to get the angle right. Yes, that is a better delivery. That's what he's looking to do, to get that angle across the right-handers. Five legal deliveries remaining here. Tehzeeb. It's again wild delivery. Needs to get back to basics here. Hamza. Ketan wanting third run. Sent back by Tehzeeb. It was really, really wide. And when Aniket, who is a wonderful keeper, couldn't get a hand to it. That's better execution of the strategy. That's why he's coming around the stumps. Ketan batting on 17. 4 legal deliveries remaining here. Wide outside the off stump. There's a misfield. That's sloppy. That is really sloppy. And Daniel can't do much except for put his hands on his head and thinking with himself, what the heck. Balraj, the culprit there. Brings Tehzeeb onto the strike. That one shot pulled towards Sanjay Nair. Who fields, and Tehzeeb picks up another single. 159 for 6. Here's Hamza. Slower one, completely missed, and Ketan runs. There should be an easy run out. It is. Ketan is run out. Tehzeeb ran with the ball. It was a slow delivery from Hamza Javed. Ketan missed that completely. It was called for a single by his partner. In the end, Ketan was quite short. He's miffed with his partner. He's still looking back at him. And for sure, Tehzeeb is looking down. He's not looking towards Ketan. Was a wrong call, for sure. But it's the end of the inning, so shouldn't matter as much. I don't fault Tehzeeb too much on it, because you want to try and get as much as you can. And this one is up in the air. Is a fielder getting down? Lands in between two fielders. End of the innings with a couple. Takes the score to 161. So Calgary Stallions managed 91 runs from the 14 overs after power play. They were in a magnificent position after power play. 70 of 6 as a scorecard there. 26 from Naushan. Kamarpal 76, and the only other batsman who could get into double figures was Ketan, who was run out for 18. And 2 zeros there. 2-6. 2 batsmen getting out on 6. And Tehzeeb Bulla not out on 9 from 9 deliveries. 162 needed by Glenmore Knights to clinch this game. Amir Hamza, none for 42 of his 4. Balraj Gill, 2 for 36. Hamza Javed bowled pretty well, 2 for 25. Faisal Mahmood, 1 for 32. Daniel, miserly spell, 1 for 16. Yugam got only an over, 9 runs of that. The fall of wickets, 1 for 75, 2 for 75. It was the wonderful partnership there for the first wicket. Then the Stallions lost their way a bit. 2 for 75, 3 for 88, 4 for 97. It was a short partnership for the 5th wicket of 39 runs. And then we saw 2 wickets on the same score, the 5th and the 6th. And then a small partnership again for the 7th wicket. In the end, they got to 161. I think they will take it, Calgary Stallions, but I'm sure they will be thinking they left a few out there. End of the first innings here at Inland. We will come back shortly with the proceedings of the second innings when the Glenmore Knights start their innings. Please join us back after the break. Welcome back to Inland Cricket Ground, where proceedings are just about to begin the second innings. Calgary Stallions setting a score of 162 to win for Glenmore Knights. Two usual openers for Knights, Salik Shah and Sanjay Nair. Sanjay Setu, Madhavan Nair would be opening the batting. Salik is going to take the strike. Tehzeeb is going to open the bowling for Calgary Stallions. Should be an interesting chase here. These two have a role to play in today's game for Glenmore Knights. Salik Shah and Sanjay S. Here's Tehzeeb. It's swing. Left alone. Watchful Salik. Ball swung away from him. Nice start from Tehzeeb Bulla. Sweeper cover is the only fielder that I can see outside the circle. Shot outside the off stump. Well left by Tehzeeb. Working good pace here, Tehzeeb. He's got a slip in place. Short third man. He's got a finish square leg or short fine leg. Short mid wicket, short cover. Mid off, mid on. So that tells you that the length of the ball would be back of the length. Well left again from Salik. Watching closely. Hitting good length here. Ketan. Sorry, Tehzeeb. Hit towards the mid-off, takes off for a quick single that marks the beginning of the innings for Glenmore Knights. Get a single on the board. Sanjay, couple of thousand runs in 90 games, the strike rate of 97. Salik last year hit a 195 in a 35 over game, so he can bat. This one comes up, bounces more than what Sanjay expected, but maneuvered in the end and placed it in the gap. Gets off the mark. Not a convincing shot, but gets a single nonetheless. Lanky, tall, fast bowler, Tehzeeb. This one has been picked up handsomely. Boundary signaled. That was short. And Salik got into the position early, picked up the length early. Dispatched it with disdain over the square leg boundary for 4. First hit to the fence for Glenmore Knights, takes them to 7. Five to Salik, 1 to Sanjay, and there was a wide as Tehzeeb bowls next one. Tighter line, tighter Salik gets behind the ball. Defensive, that was a good comeback there from Tehzeeb. First over done here for Calgary Stallions. And I'm sure the Glenmore Knights would have an eye on the DLN score sheet as well. They have been on the wrong side of the weather in a couple of games, lost a couple of games due to DNL method. And with a threat of rain today as well, I'm sure they have an eye and a half on the DNL requirements. But let's hope we get a full game here. The weather has improved a little bit. Manpreet is driven. Tehzeeb dives towards his left in the covers. Can't prevent a single. Takes Glenmore Knights to 8. Glenmore Knights need 8 runs and a little bit, and over to be able to cross the winning line. This one is beaten, all ends up fishing outside the off stump. Salik. Maybe a change of field. Yes, we're seeing mid off going back to the boundary line. Long off and long on, 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle for Manpreet. This one has been steered towards backward point. No run. Manpreet beats him, Mullins up. Salik eyeing that vacant cow corner area. There's a big gap on the leg side. There's 3 fielders on the on. Fine leg. Cow corner is now going back. Mid-off is coming inside the circle. Manpreet walks away after realizing that his walk towards the bowler did not end up the way that he would want. No damage done though. Manpreet is tall as well. This one has been dispatched towards. Oh, that's a drop. They dropped the man. And what's worst is that it's crossed the boundary line. They positioned him exactly where the ball went after the previous try to hit over the cow corner, which he missed. He connected this time. The ball went straight into his hands and straight out of his hands again and crossed over the boundary line for 4. That's poor fielding and poor batting as well from Salik. He knew that the field has been placed. The trap is set. Couldn't execute Stallions there. The plan was set. And Tehzeeb is going to bowl to Sanjay now. Full outside the off stump. Wanted to drive, gets an outside edge towards third man, where a short third man runs behind and collects the ball. Not before Sanjay takes a couple. Lucky there. Sanjay, one would say, it's a thickish edge. Pitching up, Tehzeeb. This one has been picked up. That's a handsome shot. Should be maximum. It is. He is quick on his feet. Plays the shortstop pretty well. Sanjay. There's the first 6 of the innings for Glenmore Knights. That's more like what he would want. Couple of words with the bowler, asking him to get the line, to get the length right. Knights move up to 20 for no loss. This one should be a catch. This was pitched up and is a catch. Didn't time it. This is what Tehzeeb was asked to do. This is what Tehzeeb did. And Sanju couldn't connect. That one went for the shot. Mistimed it completely. And in the end, was fairly decent catch there from the short mid-wicket fielder who ran across behind the bowler. Ketan. First wicket down for Glenmore Knights. Should bring in Aniket, who bats at 3 for Glenmore Knights. Was in his hitting zone, to be honest. Just mistimed. Not sure if he got beaten for pace a little bit. Completely mistimed the ball. With mid-off and mid-on both inside the circle. The shot was on. Game of thin margins. Cricket, and for a batsman it's a one ball game. One mistake and sadly you have to cool your heels in the dressing room. Aniket didn't expect that ball to bounce as much. Didn't get on top of the bounce there. Ball went towards short third man. That was a good comeback from Tehzeeb. Roughly around 2,200 runs from 89 games. Aniket. Slashing there, wanting to drive. The length was not quite there for the drive. Wanting to hit on the up. Beaten there. Looks like the Knights have a plan to make some quick runs. Excellent ball and well played by Ketan. End of the second over, a successful one for Tehzeeb, although 8 runs came of the over, but took the important wicket of Sanjay Nair. Stallions would be hoping for some more quick wickets. A little bit darker than usual because of the clouds. Because of the overcast condition here at the inland grounds, where from we are bringing you the live coverage of this T20 elite game between Stallions and the Glenmore Knights outswing. Moved away sharply after pitching. Salik. Got beaten there, one has to say. This one has been cut handsomely. Should be a couple. A little bit shortish. They're from Manpreet Gill. Takes the score to 22. Dances down and punches it up over the cover fence. Four signaled just inside the fence. The ball bounced. Salik. Moves up to 16. Salik needs to be a little bit sensible here. Two to go in this over. Salik needs to play on the merit of the ball. Wide outside the off stump, should be a wide, is signaled wide. Moving the ball away from the right-hander. See if he can bring one into the right-hander and surprise him. He's a good bat though, he's got good technique, but at the moment he looks a little bit hustled. Salik, a little bit of shuffle there. Sorry, there was some issue with the mic. A little bit of shuffle there and plays the ball perfectly over the fine leg who was standing inside. Gets a boundary. Knights more to 31. 31 for 1. Oh, easy, easy boy, easy. Maybe Aniket needs to have a word with him. Calm him down. That's what Aniket is telling him. Don't lose. Don't give your wicket away. I think that would be Aniket's message to Salik. He's got all the shots, Salik. Just needs to bide his time. 31 for 1. On the other hand, both the bowlers have bowled pretty decently. Especially Tehzeeb has been pretty good. It's going to continue. The 5th over of the innings and 3rd for Tehzeeb. Outside the off stump, a wild shot. It's not moving towards the ball. He's playing away from the body, Aniket. Going towards the square leg area and talking to himself. Playing far away from his body. We've got a slip in place. Just standing just outside leg stump. The keeper not ready. Umpire stopping the bowler. leaves it alone. Aniket does not have too much of a trigger. Pretty stable batting stance. Drives this towards the short cover area where the fielder misfields. Aniket finds enough time to get over to the other end of the pitch. Opens his account with a single. It's taken rather too long to open his account. Looks like an invasion of mosquitoes here. It's been damp. It's been rainy for a few days, past few days. There is forecast of rain for next few days as well. Outside the off stump, hard length, left alone. Salik realizing that Tehzeeb is one of the pick of their bowlers. He is bowling his third over, probably the last in the spell. .32 for the loss of 1 wicket. Glenmore Knights so far in this chase. Driven handsomely, uppishly, but safely for a couple. That was quick run, quick second there. It's well run from Aniket. Was hit hard by Salik. Threw everything at it. Connected well. Wasn't air but was up. Quite up over the head of the fielder and well placed as well. Change the field. The sweeper cover comes in and the cow corner. More of a regulation mid-wicket. Comes on the boundary line. That was a bluff. Well negotiated by Salik. With that field change, Salik would have thought maybe that he's going to bowl a short one, but he went for the full one. The smash and grab, ladies and gentlemen, is around the corner. $50,000 the prize money. And I'm sure the top players from North America are going to be seen in action in Calgary. Five overs gone, 35 for 1. Scoring at a rate of 7 and over. The Knights, they need 8 and a little bit and over. The required run rate. And Keithan, full toss, taken on full by Salik. Single. Opening his arms there, Keithan. Karthik, sorry, not Keithan. Aniket taking a fresh guard there from the umpire. The keeper is up. Outside the off stump, left alone by Aniket. Last over of the power play. The Stallions at this stage of the innings were far ahead than where the Knights are at the moment, and hadn't lost a wicket. Karthik left alone again. Maybe Aniket is a little bit better off by getting his feet more towards middle stumpish. He knows what he's doing. Oh, that was a good pick by the keeper. Just in time. Aniket back into the crease. That was very well kept. Quick hands demonstrated there by Shalin Patel. Guided towards third man area between backward point and the third man. Gets a single. Aniket needs to get going here for the Knights. As I was saying, maybe he's better off coming closer to the stumps. This one has been hit hard, slash hard towards the backward point boundary where we are commentating from. The ball crosses the boundary line. Salek picks another boundary, ending the power play with a boundary. 41 for 1, Glenmore Knights. There's the comparison over by over between the two sides so far. The Calgary Stallions are far ahead in terms of the number of runs they scored in the power play. See a bowling change now. Desi being replaced. Varun. "90 wickets in 70 games. Great economy, just over 5. Aniket is a good player of spin. Regulation field here for Varun. No run there. Guided towards backward point area. Sweeper cover. Long off, long on. And mid wicket. Place that one towards the cover area. Gets a single. Gives the strike back to Salek, who is batting on 27. Cut hard towards the sweeper on the offside. Pick up another single. Knights would have to plan their chase from here. Slow, spins away. The ball went in the same direction as the previous one. Another single added to the score. 7th over in progress. The Knights have managed 44 so far. And need 118 from 80 balls at 8.85. That run rate getting closer to 9 now. It was a little bit over 8 at the beginning. Salik lets that one alone. The keeper does the rest. Was a little bit quicker than the previous 2 balls that weren't bowled. That one came out of the front of the hand. Flipper. A huge thanks to our sponsors, Sherborne, OP Lawyers, and Power Physiotherapy and Massage. This telecast being brought to you by 22 Yards Network. Karthik is going to continue from the far end, the Stony Trail end. Started well. His previous over went for only 6. Driven straight to the fielder. No addition to the score. He's bowling a tight line. Karthik. Something is going to give here. You can't leave too much for end, although they got some decent batting. Yes and no. Don't run in the end. No addition to the score. Karthik bowls again, shot outside the off stump, misses. Well kept by the keeper. Bowling a little bit back of length. Usually he's a good square cut player. Misses on that occasion. This one almost dragged onto the stumps. Lucky there. Aniket looks rusty. For sure, he's been out of game time for personal reasons. Just got back. This one has been cut over the point boundary. Stops near the boundary line. Couple. Therefore, Aniket is a lovely bat to watch when he gets going. Surely not timing the ball there. Surely not his day so far, Aniket's, but I can tell you he's a treat to watch when he gets going. He's a pure grafter. He's struggling with his timing. Played in Whitehall knock in the finals last year. scored some 80 odd not out, took the Glenmore Knights to the championship trophy. Varun, aggressive field placement there. This one has been hit up in the air, but lands a couple of yards short of long on. Saleh picks up another one. .67 the required run rate now. Climbing up every over. This one has been hit towards the square leg boundary. Is there a fielder there? No. Not close to the ball. Runs around and collects the ball. It's a single. Salik. That's well bowled. He saw him coming down, adjusted his length. In the end, Salik did well to get some bat on that ball. Salik is realizing that he has to do something here with his partner not in the nick. That one slashed towards the third man boundary, where the fielder runs a few yards and collects the ball for a couple. A rusty batting performance, Anand, so far.
Yeah, especially from Aniket, like you've been mentioning, him just coming into the game. Maybe you see that rustiness, but Salik has slowed down a little as well.
And picks that up towards the longer boundary. There's a fielder getting under it and it's been taken. That's well judged catch, really, at the boundary line. Feeling the pressure there, Salik had to go for the shots. Very well judged catch. End of an good knock from Salik, but in the end, he slowed down a bit as well. Karthik, the fielder there. And Saad will have to play out of his skin here to get the Glenmore innings back onto the track. Aniket maybe needs to rethink on how he wants to approach his batting here. A T20 game doesn't give you too much time to readjust. Quite an experienced campaigner, Saad. He's got more than decent strike rate, close to 140. More than 3,400 runs under his belt. He's playing the Canada Cup last week with the big boys. He can hit hard. Guiding that ball towards third man, watchful. End of a successful over for Varun. 1 for 7 in his 2. That's brilliant bowling. Glenmore batsmen have not been looking to rotate the strike. If the boundaries are not coming, they have been guilty of not rotating, not trying to rotate the strike. We've seen too many balls left alone. We see Damanpreet Singh coming from the far end, the stony trail end. Another spinner. Another leg spinner. This one cut by Aniket towards point. Loses his bat, but should be able to get back to the crease safely. Couple there. Umpire being gracious by giving the bat back to Aniket. Square leg boundary, cow corner, long on, long off, and deep extra cover. 5 fielders on the boundary, 4 inside the circle as is required. This one tries to drive, gets an inside edge, lucky single there for Aniket. Moves into double figures. 10 from the 23 overs that he has faced. Almost 4 overs he's faced. He has scored 10 runs of them. It's not simply good enough for the in T20 format. Saad lets that go. Was bowled a little bit quicker. Sizing the bowler up, I guess. Misses that one. Wanting to pierce the offside field. Take a quick single as the fielder misfields there. Shalin not happy. Cut again. Desi fields it in just outside the 30-yard circle. Good start here for Damanpreet as well. 55 for 2 in 10 overs. 106 runs now required by Glenmore Knights of the remaining 10 overs. Kamarpal was the top scorer for Calgary Stallions. And Salik scored 31 for Glenmore Knights before he got dismissed. Glenmore Knights need almost about 11 runs and over to clinch the game from here. It's going to be a tough ask, but not impossible. As Warren comes in for the 3rd time. This one hit towards cow corner. Should be a single. The Glenmore innings needs to get on going now. This one has been placed by Saad towards the fine leg vacant area. Might cross the boundary, no, just stops just inside the boundary line. And Saad picks up 2. The running between the wickets can be a little bit better. A lacking sense of urgency, but Saad knows that he can hit the big ones, probably conserving a little bit of energy. Outside the off stump, wide-ish. Not letting Saad to free his arms. This one has been cut hard towards the sweeper. Only for a single. Stallions would be more than happy for the Knights to keep on taking singles. Knights need to find boundaries here. This one again has been just placed. Not sure when the last boundary came It's been a long while since we've seen a boundary from Glenmore Knights. This one, same result. 11 gone, 61 for 2 here. No momentum really in the innings so far from Knights. There's a lack of initiative. We didn't see much initiative from Aniket so far. And Saad as well has been biding his time. Misses a full toss. He'll be pretty disappointed with himself there. That should have been dispatched for a maximum, and if not a maximum, a boundary. There you go. He is pretty livid with himself. Driven. Aniket is running first one hard. Saad is coming back for the second. Make it comfortably. Need to run hard when the boundaries are not coming. Put pressure on fielders. This one has been cut between the gap. Should be another couple. And fielder well actually. Prevents the second. Saad was a little bit slow to start with on this run. 63 for 2. Quaker one completely missed that ball because of the pace. 2 more left in this over as umpire. Misfield there. Oh, it was close. Had there been a direct hit, would have been curtain for Aniket. Just got that little bit of time, extra time, when the keeper received the ball in his gloves. Damanpreet, quick one, straight to the fielder. The Glenmore Knights are making it difficult for themselves. The good thing for them, though, is they've got wickets in hand. But it'll be a mighty Herculean task from here. Score almost 95, score 95 runs from the remaining 9 overs. An excellent bowling performance from the Stallions so far, as Warren is going to finish his spell. It's been brilliant so far. (96-95) now needed, a 47. It's less than 8 overs left now. This one is placed in gap, should be able to pick up 2. Sorry, that running is not good enough for me. That's leisurely running. Could have pushed for third one here. (69 for 2). Driven in the gap, should be another couple. but Saad refuses for the second run. And now they take the second due to an overthrow. Should have been a really should have been a third one there. Five of the three overs, so 5 of the 3 balls so far in this over. Warren once more. Bowling from the front of the hand. But over pitching it taken on full by Aniket. Just a single. Singles are not going to cut the ice. Both the teams realize that this was a quicker one. That one has been placed in the air. Straight to the fielder at long off, who fields it after the ball bounces a couple of times. Saad gets into his double figures 10, 73 for 2. Quicker one again. This one should be caught and is dropped. That should have been gulped. Shalin is not happy. There comes the message from the dressing room, although the captain is there himself with some water. 89 needed of 7 overs. Will take some lusty hitting from here to get over the line and win the game. Not sure I've watched such a batting display from Knights in a chase in T20 format. Hit towards the cow corner, mistimed. And what I mean by that is not seen them not trying before, and this one has been hit handsomely. That's the kind of shots they need to play. Boundary. Umpire is asking, but the fielder says no. He picked it inside the boundary line. Boundary signal now. This one has been cut straight into the hands of the point fielder. No run, no damage done. Cut again. There is a chance of a run out, but the ball is thrown on to the wrong end. No damage done. Well fielded there by the fielder. He wouldn't have seen the non-striker in, even though if he would have thrown, Saad would have been back into the crease. Just not able to get the ball away. Knights batsman. Paltry 5.71. They were going at 7.5 at one stage. Now the batting average has come down to 5.71. This one has been picked up by Saad. It's the maximum to end the over. They need quite a few of those. They need a couple of boundaries in every over from here. The required run rate catching up to almost 13 now. Aniket 25 of 37 and Saad 17 of 15. The 180 on his shirt. That's his highest score in this league so far. A few years back, he hit 180 on his birthday in a game. So he has it in him. It'll take some mighty batting from him and his partners to cross over the line from here. Sarath Kumar is going to take over from Varun. He's going to start round the stumps. We have been in a shell, Glenmore batsman. This one is up in the air and is away from the fielder. It was a valiant attempt. Put in a dive there, full length dive towards his left, got a hand to it. Was a hard chance, would have been a great catch if he would have held on to it. Aniket gets another couple. This one should be caught though. Oh, not sure what happened there. Misjudged in the end. Aniket survives. Here is Sarath. Saad hits it hard straight to the cover boundary, and there should be an overthrow there. That's loose fielding, and Saad gets a couple when he should have got none. Fielder, the extra cover, I think was Kamarpal, did an excellent job of stopping the ball, but then gave it away by a wild throw. Not required at all. Takes the Glenmore team score to 90 for 2. Wasn't ready. Moved back. Dead ball signaled. Saad picks that one up. That's straight in the hand and straight out of hand. Another drop chance here. Should have been out. It went straight to the fielder. Stumped this time around. Didn't get going at all in this innings, Aniket. Probably realizing that it may be better to give a chance to some other batsman in his team. Stumped by Varun. Miles outside. Faisal Mahmood is the next batsman in. If Glenmore Knights have to win this game, Saad will have to do the maximum scoring from here on. Well bowled there from Sharath. Kind of sensed that Aniket is going to come down the line, come down the track. Bowled a quicker one. This one has been picked up handsomely. 6. Faisal getting all of it and dispatching it over the boundary line for a maximum. 97 for 3 now. 5 overs remaining. I think 64 required now. $65, beg my pardon, because they scored 161. So Manpreet Gill is going to come back into the account, into the attack. Just wondering what would be going in the minds of the two batsmen at the crease. They have to go all out now. Need to get a couple of big overs. They need to target the bowlers. It's cleaned him up on the first ball. Saad makes his way back into the pavilion, and with that, Glenmore Knights deeper into the trouble. The batting department has not done any favors to their team so far in this game. Be fair to say that they've dug their own grave. We have Amir Hamza. I think umpire is pulling him up. Not sure for what. Maybe for helmet. I think there is a rule that you need to use a helmet when especially the pacer is bowling under certain light conditions. I'm not sure if this is a rule of the league that one must use protective gear on the head. We'll find that out for you. Amir Hamza. Single to start with. Picked up, it's up in the air, drop short of the fielder, just a single. That's another wicket for Manpreet. The Glenmore Knights are falling like 9 pins here. Herculean task in front of their batsmen. .14.5 in over. Half the team back into the dugout. Has been a really poor show from the batting department. The bowlers got hit during the power play, but I have to say they came back and restricted the Stallions to 161. from 70 for no loss and 6. This batting display has been more than poor. Everybody in the Knights dugout would know that. Quicker one. Wanting to drive, misses it completely. A little bit quicker than the previous deliveries. Good one to get first up. Yugam Gautam, the next man in. Driven. More than happy, the Stallions, to give them a single. End of a successful over from Manpreet. 2 wickets there for him in this over. 2 for 19 from his 3 so far. Wonderful bowling performance from the Stallions, although they dropped quite a few catches. Their batting display was not perfect, except for Kamarpal. Not many got going, and Sarath is next one, missed again by Gautam. The Knights batsmen seem to have no plan on how to get their runs. Might sound overly critical, but the display has been paltry from the batsmen. Didn't see any sense of urgency post the second or third over. It's not been a bowling attack or bowling performance that has been unplayable. It's been just the lack of it. Lack of shots like those that go over the fence for 6. Might have left too late. 17 now, run rate required. Needs a Virat Kohli innings that we saw in the Melbourne cricket ground against the likes of Haris Rauf and Afridi. Everything is possible in cricket. We'll have to wait and watch and see if any of these two guys can get them closer to the required 162 to win. Surya, the manager of the Calgary Stallions, on the boundary talking to Tehzeeb at the cow corner. His contribution towards cricket in this area has been significant. The next one played up in the air, didn't get any distance, fell a little bit short in no man's land. 2 runs, only single, sorry. Single he took off the last ball. Nine from that over. Manpreet is back for his final over of the spell. You can see the Stallions at ease. Just a single work towards the fine leg. Short fine leg by Yugam. You can see some rain droplets now. That's good bowling there. Full, no chance of getting under the ball. Another single. Stallions telling the Knights you can take them all day long. Does that go all the way? We'll have to wait and watch. Looks like it's gone the distance. The umpire confirming 6 from Faisal. .50 still required from the remaining 2.5 overs. This one is up in the air, should be an easy catch. It is an easy catch. End of Faisal's innings. Looks like curtains for the Glenmore team. This will be their 3rd loss. So far in this season, they have not been what they're known for. In all 3 departments of the game, the batting, the bowling and the fielding, they have let themselves down. They've got all the resources to get things back on the track. And that's where Saad's thinking will be. How to get the team back onto the track. Sure, everybody has a role to play. Everybody will need to contribute. As this one has been hit by Daniel towards long off, and Yugam and him run 2 runs, and there's a direct hit from the fielder from outside, and I think it hit the stumps. And he's been given run out. Wonderful piece of fielding there. Everything falling in place for Calgary Stallions. When things go your way, they go your way. End of the over as well. New batsman in is Siddhant. He should be the one who's facing, because that was the last ball. And Yugam got out on the non-striker's end, which should mean that the new batsman should be facing. Sharath, right arm over the stumps. Cut towards sweeper. Extremely unlikely that Glenmore Knights will cross the line here. Well bowled. Well bowled there. Pushed it outside the off. Missed here completely. Just a single. By signal by the umpire. None of the batsmen really got going today for Glenmore Knights. But to be honest, there's been a lack of initiative as well. Swept towards square leg. Takes it down to 2. Daniel batting on 2. This one is just over the fielder. 6 from Daniel. Too little, too late. Mathematically still possible, but easier said than done. Last ball of Sarat's spell. Hit hard towards the long on boundary. Should be a single. End of the 19th over. 33 required of last 6. Maybe get Rinku Singh and have him bat and try to get those 33. This has been a great all-round performance from Stallions, although they would have surely wanted to get some more runs on board, considering where they were after the power play. They might want to tighten the fielding. They dropped a couple, but they hit the stumps direct quite a few times, as well as Tanzir. Short one has been pulled away towards the square leg boundary. Should be a couple. Tehzeeb Buller bowled pretty well. Mathematically still not possible now, and that's pretty much done. .29 now needed a 4. That's a handsome shot towards the cover boundary. Slips, the fielder slips there. Hope he's not hurt. Batsmen take 2. Looks to be okay, but just his teammates getting worried for him, but he looks to be okay. Three balls remaining in this chase. That should be a no ball. No ball for height. Hit straight towards the fielder. Full length dive there from Sid. No run of that delivery. Final delivery coming up. Stallions beaten, one can say, have beaten the Glenmore Knights handsomely in this game. A lot of experience in that dugout in Glenmore Knights. That's the end of the game. The Stallions have beaten Glenmore Knights by 23 runs. What a wonderful performance here from the Stallions. Great bowling effort, especially from their spinners. Knights, their batting lacked total initiative. Apart from Salik, nobody really got going. And Salik, towards the second half of his innings, lost a little bit of steam. Aniket and Saad couldn't go going. In the end, 162, 161 was enough on the board for Stallions to prevail in this game and record their first win in this tournament so far. It's been a forgettable tournament for the Glenmore Knights so far. There's the bowling card. Bulla 1 for 29, Manpreet Gill 3 for 29, Varun Duggal 1 for 20, bowled pretty well. Damanpreet none for 22, Sarath Kumar 1 for 31. The follow wickets 1 for 20, 2 for 50, 3 for 91, 4 for 97, 5 for 99, 6 for 118, 7 for 119. And in the end, they managed only 139 for the loss of 7 wickets in response to 161 of Stallions. This is the match summary for you. Few bright spots, very few bright spots in the performance from the Glenmore team. There you see the points table now. Glenmore Knights on the 9th position. They need to think hard and long how they can turn around things from here. The Kings 2 and Kings 1 leading. A player of the match, Karan Singh, for a brilliant knock. He carried the innings for them. With thanks to all the sponsors, this telecast was brought to you by 22 Yards Network. And with the news from the centre, the Stallions won the game. Me, Sandeep and my colleague Anand are bidding goodbye from the inlands till we meet next time.